Apple wants you to spend $1,700 on a MacBook Pro to get a Pro mobile setup. I spent hundreds less and ended up with a full desktop Mac, a separate media tablet, and a killer dual-screen workflow. Here is the math. A lot of people think that MacBook Pro is the ultimate travel setup, which everybody who starts traveling should get. But the problem is it costs $1,700. That's the base model. So if you want to improve it, add more storage, it will cost much more. So I was having a MacBook Pro M1, which I bought around 3-4 years ago. And I wanted to upgrade it because it has only M1 chip. If you didn't know, right now we have M5 chips. But instead of getting the new laptop, I made a completely different setup. So for $100 less, I get full desktop power system, a separate media tablet, and a dual-screen portable office. Apple wants you to buy a lifestyle. I just wanted a setup that actually works. You may ask, why I specifically need a MacBook Pro? Just simple, because MacBook Pro has fans, and I'm making content on YouTube, overload my machine so much, so without fans it starts overheating and it lows down the performance, which I don't need, because if I play some games, I don't want my performance drop. This is the crucial thing. That's why I don't want to try to get Neo or Air, because they don't have fans. To be honest, MacBook Pro's the best laptops ever built, and Pro is actually super good device to buy if you want the simplicity. But for me, it's not convenient, so let me guys tell you more about it. The first is physical limitations. A MacBook Pro forces a fixed keyboard and a fixed trackpad and a screen glued together. That's leading to terrible posture during long travel work sessions. So I work a lot, I can spend hours working at the desk, so for me it's not convenient because I need to place my hands conveniently, otherwise I will look like that. So no matter how powerful MacBook Pro is, you're still staring exactly into one small screen while on the move. So guys, as you understand, the laptop gives you a freedom of movement but restricts you how to actually work. So let me introduce my setup, my travel setup, which costs much less than the MacBook Pro and does much more than this laptop. So my travel desktop setup looks like that. I have Mac Mini M2, 512 gigs of memory, which still works perfectly fine. I don't need to upgrade it yet. I have Magic Keyboard and Magic Trackpad, which in my opinion are the best devices I've ever bought. And also I have an iPad Air M4, which I bought recently. And all of those devices are working perfectly together. It's weird, but hear me out, guys. So the first is ergonomic. If you're working constantly at desk, it's super crucial to have separate accessories like keyboard and trackpad, which you can position convenient for you, and you can work relaxing. I can tweak my screen exactly at my eye level, and I can place my keyboard and trackpad exactly where my hands actually rest. And the huge benefit of using separate accessories that you can pair them with any other devices, such as iPad, iPhone, or other PCs. And by using separate accessories, I can easily upgrade any device I want, keeping my same keyboard and trackpad. Another one advantage is the Apple ecosystem. All those things I got works together seamlessly, which leads us to one coolest benefit of using iPad and Mac Mini at the same time, which is Sidecar. So while using my iPad, I can make it as my secondary screen, or I can use it using my accessories. So I simply can drag my mouse from my Mac Mini to my nearby iPad, and it automatically grabs my keyboard and mouse as well. Or I can use a Sidecar and make it as my extended monitor for my Mac Mini, which is also convenient, especially useful if you're a content creator, the software which records you and you will see everything on other screen while playing or do other stuff on your main screen. So I also can use my iPad while not want to work at my desk. I can simply get it to the plane and watch some movies while flying somewhere. I can write in my scripts or do something more convenient and more mobile than just using it in my desktop. If I tired sitting on a chair, I can also use my iPad and continue my work somewhere else. So in my opinion, the iPad is a huge extension for your desktop workflow. The cost of my entire desktop setup I will reveal at the end of this video, so watch till the end. But right now, let's talk about downsides of it. The huge downside is that you have a lot of separate devices, so without having some suitable case or backpack which suits for it, it's not convenient to bring them together. But since I made myself a case which helped me to bring my display, my Mac Mini, my keyboard and my trackpad all together without problem, so I can just simply grab it from my backpack without needing to take them out separately. And also I have a case for my iPad, which I don't use at home, but it's super helpful and protective while traveling. Using laptop will be much more convenient because you can close it and bring in whatever you want. So the main disadvantage of this travel setup is portability. But since I'm traveling new country every month, I just simply set it up in my apartment and just forget about it. So that's not a problem for me at all. If you want to be a full-time traveler like me or a digital nomad, I have a lot of useful tips and tools which I use in my travels. And also I'm sharing my Airbnb apartments I actually stayed. So if you want to start traveling but you're afraid and don't know how to start, join my Patreon, link will be in the description. I will share my experience there. So let's summarize how much this one travel setup actually costs. So let's just make everything base to make it clean and simple. So let's just start from MacBook Pro. So right now MacBook Pro M5 chip base model costs $1,700 and you will get complete laptop and you can just start working right away. But what about my setup? So first of all, I got a Mac Mini. Right now Mac Mini M4 costs $800, which is a fair price for the full desktop experience. And in my opinion, Mac Mini is the best PC ever built. Compact and super cheap and super powerful, of course. Next up, accessories. So I'm using Magic Keyboard without Touch ID and I'm using Magic Trackpad. So the keyboard costs $99 and the trackpad costs $130. Also I'm using monitor Erzopa 144Hz, so it's super smooth. It's like having dynamic refresh rate but better. And I bought it like $150. And of course, the iPad. So right now I'm using iPad Air. It actually pricey. It will cost $800 for you, but you can get base iPad, which also will work very well and it's compatible with other devices. So it will cost like $350. With all those stuff, we will get the price of $1,500, which is $200 less than the MacBook Pro. Of course, you can make it much cheaper if you already have a keyboard or a trackpad or a mouse, or if you already have a monitor. But considering that you will have two devices instead of just only one, which work completely different from each other, I think that's the fair price. And the main beauty of it, that you don't have to spend it in one time. You can just divide it. First of all, get the Mac Mini with Magic Keyboard and Magic Trackpad is gonna cost you like $1,000. Later, you can just buy an iPad like I did, and later you can just upgrade it for a better version of your devices. I have a detailed breakdown of every accessory and device I use during my travels, so you'll find this list in my description. Go and check it out. During my travels, I don't need the most expensive laptop to build the ultimate setup. You just need a smarter way to pack.